Welcome to Recom's Powerful Podcast, where we discuss new topics and products. I'm Jeff Deutschman, your product moderator. From a quarter watt up to 1,000 watts, whether the power is required for an industrial setting, a new IoT gadget, or a high-end medical-grade device, Recom has you covered. On this episode, we'll be discussing a couple of new power supplies, the RPMGS-20 and the RPMGQ-20. Peter, what can you tell us about these?
Hey Jeff, both these parts are non-isolated DC to DC converters, designed and manufactured completely in Europe.
Excellent. What makes these different from our other switching regulators?
These are much higher power than our other switchers and can support loads up to 20 amps, hence the 20 in the part number.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay, that's a lot of power. What does the S and Q stand for?
Yeah, so this denotes the form factor. The S has a 16th brick footprint and the Q has a quarter brick footprint. So a little larger than our other solutions as well.
I guess that's necessary to handle the thermals for 20 amps, right?
Yep, that's right. But considering the power, these are actually very compact, and that's due to the high efficiency. Efficiency can get up to 97% under the right conditions.
That's excellent. How tall are these parts?
They're actually pretty low profile. They both have a height of 15 millimeters, and that's because of a design choice when selecting the inductors. Instead of one very large inductor, we split the output into two smaller inductors, and that allows us to save some height.
Sounds like a lot of thought and logic went into these, Peter. What's the temperature rating on these?
Yeah, so it really depends on the part number and loading conditions. In general, the larger quarter brick, RPMGQ, can operate at higher temperatures. Without any fan cooling, best case scenario is 20 amps at 67 degrees Celsius. Both the Q and the S can start up at minus 40 degrees C.
Gotcha. And how high can the temperature get with a fan?
The forced air cooling from a fan helps significantly and can allow customers to run these parts in ambient temperatures over 100 degrees Celsius. But like I said, every part is different, so please refer to the datasheet for more details.
Yeah, makes sense. Let's talk about some of the other features now. What kind of output voltages are available?
So each series has a standard 5-volt and 12-volt option. These outputs can also be trimmed using a couple external resistors. The 5-volt can be set between 3.3 and 8 volts, where the 12-volt model can be adjusted between 8 and 24 volts.
Okay. I also see that there's a sense pin. What does that pin do?
Yeah, so the sense pin is used for voltage regulation. It's what customers will connect the resistors to adjust the voltage. It should also be connected right at the point of load to compensate for any voltage drop across a long trace. Another way we ensure the highest accuracy possible.
Very nice. What does this part come with standard protections? Or does this part come with standard protections?
Yeah, it does. The output is protected against short circuit and overcurrent, and there's also over temperature protection built in.
We like to hear that. Let's wrap up by talking about the safety standards in EMC.
Sure. So safety standards aren't a concern for non-isolated power supplies, so this part actually doesn't have a UL or IEC certification. We do offer EMC filter suggestions on the datasheet, so customers can meet EN 55032, Class A or B.
Excellent. Sounds like we got another winner, Peter. Thank you very much. Well, that wraps up another month's Powerful Podcast. Please be sure to listen next month when we delve into the pros of another Recom converter. As always, please contact your regional sales manager for any samples or pricing information. Ahmed and Peter are always happy to assist you with any technical questions or requests. Until then, have a great month, and always remember,
Recom powers your products.